Hello and happy Friday from the Bureau of Meteorology. Let's check out the weather for the weekend. We'll start with a look at the cool change moving across the south. Temperatures get really warm and then cool off over the next few days as that moves through. And we'll keep an eye on the storms. It's been a very stormy week, of course, and for some, that will continue. Firstly, it's a look at the temperatures. This is Friday afternoon's maximum temperature. Today's maximum temperature of particular note, check out the 40-degree temp in Adelaide with widespread 43-degree temperatures through interior parts of South Australia. There's also going to be some warm weather spreading further east, 31 for Melbourne, 27 Hobart. It's only mid-20s along the New South Wales coast, but that could be 40 degrees for inland parts of the state. And Mildura on the northern corner of Vic, also trending towards 40 degrees. If it gets there, that'll be the first 40-degree temperature in Victoria this side of winter. Also note the cooler air across southern WA, that's in behind the cold change, and by Saturday that will have spread a lot further eastward. So Adelaide's down to 23 degrees, that's 17 degrees cooler than today by tomorrow. Also starting to get cooler across the southeast. Now I know Melbourne says 25 degrees here, but don't get fooled by that. 25 degrees might be reached early in the morning, but most of the day will be more like 17 or 18 as that cool wind blows through. Hobart tracking for 18, but it's still really warm for inland parts of New South Wales, South Australia and Queensland with temperatures over 40 degrees in each of those states. And a look at Sunday, the cool air continues to spread across the southeast, 18 degrees for Melbourne, 17 for Hobart, Sydney tracking for 26. Meanwhile, in the centre and the north of the country, still fairly warm, but a lot of these places will be a degree or two cooler than what they were earlier in the week when things were running above average. Now let's check out the rainfall, and after storms have really peppered the east coast over the last few days, for the weekend it's really about the interior, the north and the west where that storm activity is going to continue. Looking for thunderstorms on Saturday through inland Queensland, much of NT, and then Sunday, storms around a lot of Western Australia, as well as developing around parts of South Australia, with the possibility of some heavy areas of rain in these states. Generally, it could be quite a good news story, particularly around parts of Western Australia where it has been very dry with big rainfall deficiencies. So any rain that does come in, especially around the wheat belt, will be welcome rainfall. Let's check out how much rain we might get out of these storms this weekend. This is a total rainfall map, and we're looking Friday, Saturday, Sunday all together on the one map. So this is 3 days worth of rainfall across Australia. These storms around the east coast, including northern New South Wales and southeast Queensland, mostly happening on Friday afternoon. So could get a bit wet there today before generally drying up for the weekend, and then it's all about the centre, the north and the west, with rainfall totals expected to get, well, potentially quite large, particularly around the top of Northern Territory. Do note the very patchy, inconsistent nature of the rainfall, and that's really characteristic of thunderstorm outbreaks. They don't bring consistent, widespread heavy rain. Instead, you get areas of heavy rain, and just 10 k's down the road it can be much, much lighter. But we will see some welcome rainfall through the centre and the southwest of the country, some spots getting between 20 and 40 millimetres as a possibility through the course of the weekend. But of course, with thunderstorms, that's not everyone. No guarantee of that much rainfall for your area. If you would like to find the local forecast for your neck of the woods, you can go to bom.gov.au. You can always download our BOM Weather app, and do keep up to date through our social media channels too.